Hello and welcome to the MHG podcast. As usual, life can be a little bit miserable, life can be a little bit dark, so we are here to bring you as much light and as much joy as we possibly can. I'm Bradley, and I'm human, and I'm joined by Stu, who isn't AI, I don't believe, and is human too. How are you doing, Stu?
Well, are we human or are we dancer? That's the question. That's the one that everybody wants to know the answer to. That's a title of a killer song.
Oh, yeah, you know I don't do music references.
I know. I was like, it was a flashback to your old podcast host for a minute, who always started the podcast with song lyrics.
Yeah, I know, on like the 5 songs that I knew anyway.
That's right. It was really funny listening to, because he'd do these quotes and you'd be like, I've got no idea who that is. It was that good.
Yeah. I've heard it somewhere. That'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like you said, like your old podcast host, like you've worked out that I go through different personalities as we record.
Oh right, no,
I have my eras.
Yeah, is you multiple personality disorder?
Lady Gaga, is it eras?
No, Taylor Swift.
Who does eras? Ah, Taylor Swift. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm on my eras tour.
Well, it's going very
Sold
well
out
so
Enfield
far.
and everything.
Yeah. Awesome.
I was going to say something, but I can't remember what it was now. Yeah, no, it's completely gone. Okay, just like as much as we have script and rehearse this, obviously. What I will say, we are a week away from the biggest political movement in the UK.
Ah, yes. Go on, tell the public.
Clacton by-election.
That's right.
Clacton by-election, where either a joke entry running for whatever reason, just for the clout of it all, is going up against Count Binface.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
I was hoping for that gag. Excellent.
He's released a song, Count Binface, that is, not Farage, to the tune of National Express, called the Clacton Express. It's good. It's worth listening to if you get a chance.
I will definitely do that as soon as we're done.
He's obviously not released it as a single, like, it's just on a TikTok thing, because obviously he is a comedian. But yeah, next week, I can't wait to hear how that goes. Hopefully Clacton do the right thing.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Well, my partner, Lorraine's mum was here last week, over the weekend, and they went to Clacton to go to the pier and that. She said, driving past, there's all houses with a Reform voter lives here, Reform this, Reform that, and obviously all the flags up everywhere and all that kind of thing. And it's just like, it's depressing. She said it's just depressing to look at. It really is.
Yeah, I couldn't cope with that. I'd get really wound up.
The thing that gets me is all the flags always look like someone's died, because they're always like a half-mast, because they can't get to the top of the lamppost.
Yes. It sums up their intellect as well, really, doesn't it?
It really does, yes. And the painting the Danish flag on the roundabouts, and oh dear. Anyway, do you know what else happens in Denmark?
What's that?
Pastries.
True.
Do you know who likes pastries, Stu?
I do like pastries.
Do you know who likes pastries?
No.
Kel likes... No, I don't know where I was going with that. I was going Keenan and Kel for a second then. Video gamers.
Yeah, video gamers.
Gets in all the little crevices of your controller and everything. We love it.
Oh, absolutely. This is going off.
This is one of the worst segues I've done.
It's going off the rails already, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah, it's the 6 weeks holidays. I'm
burned out already.
Just ask the bloody question.
What have you been playing?
So, got a couple of bits lined up, but they're embargoed, and I'm not sure the editing of that will be done in time for the it's whatever. So I'll do those next week. But a couple of games I bought yesterday. So I've been, I think I mentioned last couple of weeks, I've been a little bit away with it with games. Nothing's really been tickling my fancy. And then yesterday and the day before, as of recording, 4 games came out. Indie games that just really tickled my fancy, and because I bought one a couple of weeks back, which didn't work properly on my system, I got it refunded, so I had some funds on Steam. So 2 of them I've been able to have a go at, and the first one I want to talk about is a game I really, really, really like the concept of, and we've had these before, and that is called ReStory chill electronics repairs.
Nice.
And it is basically what you do is you run a repair shop. So repair window. Like in Tokyo, starts off set in like Tokyo in the early 2000s, and people come to your window and they go, "My device is broken. Can you fix it?" And that's literally what you do. You get the device and you take it apart, you clean it, replace parts, that kind of thing. It's not the most in-depth fixing sort of where you've got to like. There's other ones I played like Electrician Simulator where you have to actually test all like the connections and stuff like that. It's not that in-depth. It's a lot more chill and relaxed. But you go through, you take off the case, you take off all the individual parts, you clean it. It'll tell you what needs cleaning, what's broken. You got a computer there where you can go and order another item and use parts of that to replace that one and then save the parts that are good so you can use those for later one. And the idea is obviously you build up a collection of stuff to start fixing everyone's bits. So you've got like flip phones, a little Tamagotchis in there. There's an Atari. A lot of these, when I say names, will be quote unquote legally distinct. There's a Sony PSP. There's a Microsoft Windows, like Xbox controller, all things like that in there. PlayStation, loads of different things that you have to do. And it's just really, really fun. And there's this like little bit of a story that goes with it. So everyone's got their own little stories that they tell you. There's like this shady thing going on in the background so a policeman needs your help and keeps asking you questions about things you might have heard and things like that. And I'm not far into it yet. But it's got this nice, intriguing backstory, which you don't have to really take in if you don't want to. It's just seems at the moment a nice side bit. And you need to have a license to officially repair some things and order the bits you need for it and all different things like that. And it starts off in the early 2000s, and I think the idea is it progresses further and further, so you get better tools the further you go because technology's moved on. You get more complex devices you need to fix and everything. And it's just got this really cool aesthetic of the items you're fixing are not photorealistic, but they're more, let's say they are realistic. But then the characters are kind of like that 2D flat animation, still. Do you know, like when you get an RPG where they're still but they move kind of thing, where they just like
yeah.
So they've got that
animated.
Yeah, they've got that aesthetic to them, and it blends together really, really well. Like the workspace you've got is confined, but you've got plenty of space to put things. Like it's really simple. Of like if you want to store something, you just drag it to the side and it pops it in a box. It'll give you a little mark, say this item needs cleaning, and you start off with just a cleaning brush, but you can get air blaster thing as well to like do larger items, and there's more bits you'll get. So there's soldering irons you can get down the line, and loads of different things. And it's really, really good so far. And I popped it on just to have a quick go, and ended up doing a good couple of hours on it before I wanted to try the next game. And there's a nice one you get, like a kid comes up and goes, drop my Tamagotchi on a legally distinct Tamagotchi on a school trip, and it broke, so you fix it, and then you get the option of do you charge or do you not? And it's like it's a little kid who's broken a Tamagotchi, and all it needed was a battery replacing and something else. You're like, no, don't be silly. I'll do that. That's not a problem. But it's just a really, really fun game, and one that you could just pop on, stick a podcast on or a bit of music and just relax to. Really well made, really fun, interesting game.
It looks really lovely. Yeah, it's very clever that it's got a lot of mid-2000s, early 2000s electronics.
Yeah.
Because, there's so much, nostalgia, especially now with the cost of new hardware. Being able to fix up old stuff is very much an acquired skill that you need. So, it looks very nice indeed.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. It's like a £15 game, and it's one of those where you go, £15 indie game. It's got the meat that you want from it, but it doesn't feel like it's one like with indie games. You know what you get in that feel. Whereas you play a AAA game, you feel it doesn't feel cold and calculated. There's warmth for the heart to it. I highly recommend this one.
Excellent.
What about you? give me the down low content.
I'll give you the DL. I've been playing some DLC like you were last week. I've been playing DLC for Unbeatable, which is the Jamie Paige DLC. Now, I hadn't heard of Jamie Paige, and she's a synth pop creator, kind of artist and producer, and it's really weird when you look her up. There doesn't seem to be a massive amount about her on the internet, but she's involved with something called Kasani Teto, which is, and I'll have to read this out from Wikipedia, right? A virtual singer with a voice bank for UTAU, a singing voice synthesizer software. The character was initially created as a joke for April Fool's Day in 2008, but she was later made into an actual voice bank in the same year. Teto has been introduced as a diva born from a hoax. So, I mean, that is about as confusing as a paragraph gets, really. And
yeah, I don't know what any of those words were.
No, I know the words, just in that sequence, they don't really make a lot of sense. But I guess what it is that, there's a slight personality around, not an AI creation, because it was way too early for AI, but for a synthetic creation of a singer who
I remember there used to be a lot of virtual avatars people made, didn't they? And they was actually put the work into making them.
Like VTubers.
Gorillas. They're virtual, aren't they, as well? Gorillas,
yeah.
so. And
VTubers, it's the same sort of concept, really.
Yeah.
And so this Jamie Paige person creates music partially using this persona or for this persona. Anyway, the upshot is that it seems like a good match for Unbeatable, which is a rhythm action game, and they tend to thrive on very, fast-paced garage house techno, anything like that. And so I've been playing that, and it's a really good game, Unbeatable. I played it a lot last year. I didn't like the story mode, found it really boring, but thankfully you can just drop pretty much straight into the arcade mode and just play the songs. And it's kind of laid out a little bit. I won't go into tons of detail because we've already covered it, but like oh God, I can't
the drumming one.
Yeah.
The drumming one. The Japanese drumming one, yeah.
Yes, the Japanese drumming game. Taiko no Tatsujin. That's it. I just got the first word wrong and then it threw me off. Taiko no Tatsujin. It's kind of, it would be like that. It's got the same sort of layouts and the way that the symbols approach the timeline. But you do like attacks. Your character is there and she does attacks that kick and punch the obstacles that have to be done in correct time, and that frees the game up to think about multiple hits and combos and slightly different layouts that you would expect from just whacking a drum. Now, of course, it has that thing where if you like rhythm games, you're probably already going to like this because you don't care whether you're using a guitar controller or an actual drum or whatever. You just like the rhythm side of it. If you're the kind of person who really gets off on using the plastic instruments, then you probably won't click with it. But I like both types, so very, very happy with that. And the best thing about this then is that the original game has great tunes, but these Jamie Paige ones are really, really good. Like, they're very high quality. They're a sort of mix between, like I say, synth pop, regular pop. There's a good lot of K-pop in there as well. And it's the sort of music that, if you're into it, you'll like. But if you're not into it, and I'm not particularly into, K-pop or anything, although I do like synth pop, you'll really appreciate the beats and hitting the beats on it is just really good because the tracks are very well constructed and laid out. So really good piece of DLC if you enjoyed, and there's more to it as well. There's more things that you get from the DLC. There's about, I think, 12 music tracks or something like that. Certainly around.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the feed now. There's 12 additional tracks added to it.
Yeah. And there's a few other bits and bobs that you get along with it. But yeah, if you liked the game, it's a DLC that's definitely recommended. It's really, really good. I was genuinely surprised by the quality of the songs. Very happy with it.
Yeah, it's I got this for some reason. I don't know if I got an extra code when I think I picked this up for you to review initially because it wasn't, but I think they sent me an extra code. So I've got the original game. I really should give it a go because it's got a bit of an aesthetic for Elite Beat Agents, which Stu is now going to confidently tell me the Japanese name of.
Of what was it? Sorry.
No, he's not. Elite Beat Agents.
Oh God, yeah. What was that called?
Come on, Stu, confidently Japanese. Come on.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone from my head.
I can't remember what it is either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to give it a go. It's got a really cool aesthetic, and I kind of just put it to the side because I don't do rhythm games. Well, I do. I do like playing them. I'm just not very good at them. So I'll give it a go, see what it's like, and I might stick. If I like the music, I might stick this Jamie Paige one on a wish list for when it's on the cheap.
Yeah. Have a go. Have a go at the main game. See what you think.
Cool. So before we move on to the other game I've been playing, I suppose this kind of ties in because obviously we said this Jamie Paige has got a artificial persona, virtual persona kind of thing. And we mentioned it's not AI because back in 2008 that sort of AI certainly wasn't possible for the masses anyway. But we've got a problem with video games at the moment, and that is AI is everywhere. And where the line's drawn, it's hard to pick up. So you've got this kind of thing that's vibe coding and everything, which is using existing code that's out there to make your own code by typing in prompts and stuff like that. That feels a bit grimy to me. But obviously the one that is really grimy is Gen AI, where it's you taking assets and it's making art based on existing assets. And we've always said our distinction is if you custom build something that creates an AI such as driver tars in Forza Horizon or enemy behaviours in a Call of Duty or whatever, that kind of AI is custom built stuff. That's what AI should be to me. It's you've written a program that says do this, but act on your own accord within these parameters. That to me is what artificial intelligence is in video games. But now, so we've always got, when we talk about AI and we slam it, we are not talking about enemy behavior style AI. That's just want to clear that up. So a game I recommended a while back was a game called Librarian, which was a game about sorting out basically a bookshop where the books had been messed up everywhere. There was thousands of them, and you had to pick them up, resort them, and put them back on the shelves in the correct orders. And the concept is brilliant. It really is a brilliant concept. And I'm still not going to say the game isn't good, because the game is really, really, really good. But I have had to remove it from my library, pun intended, I suppose, because Up has popped, and I still maintain this was not there because it came after I was making people aware of Gen AI in games. There's a AI generated content disclosure, and I only found this out because there's been a lot of copycat games that are now starting to pop up, and there's someone on TikTok was talking about them, and they're trying to find ones that aren't AI generated slop copies. And they were going, well, Librarian was one of the first ones of these that I can really remember. So went back and had a look, and sure as shit, AI generated content disclosure, and I'll read this out. The developers describe how their game uses AI generated content like this. The 4 assets in this work, 1 UI component and 3 landscape paintings used as wall decorations, frames not included, were produced using additional AI for refinement. None of them were created from AI from the ground up. AI helped with grammatical corrections for in-game text, which were then carefully reviewed and adjusted by hand. We only consider AI to be a supportive tool. Every detail is meticulously crafted with human intent, as our creative process is still firmly anchored in manual craftsmanship. That sounds to me like someone that's gone, no, we want to use AI, but we want to pretend like we're one of the good guys still. Does that not to you?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like it was written with AI as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They talk about like for the frames not included. It's like hire someone. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're an indie developer, right, or a major developer, right. Don't use AI for art generation. If you need some art doing, find a student. A student will do it. If they can go to a student and go legitimately, look, I'm a single developer, this is my first game I'm making, I can't afford to pay you to do these little bits of art that I need. Can you do them? Look, I'll sign a contract that says you will get a percentage of whatever sales, whatever profit we make up to X amount or something, or we'll give you full credit, something. Go to an artist, because there are lots of artists who are willing to work for free or for cheap if it can get their work seen. Now, don't take advantage of them. If the game's a success and it makes millions, remember that artist. But if you're just starting up, go to local or young artists. You can approach a college, write to them and go, I've got this project. Is there any students that would be interested in doing some art for it? The grammatical stuff, again, the fact they need to disclose this suggests they're not just using the basic word thing where it does the little red squiggly lines. Because to me, that's always been there, and it's, it's program, it's taking information from sources, etc. And that is an AI, but the way they've had to describe it suggests they're using more AI-powered tools to do something. Don't do that. Just use what's there. Take the extra time. If you're having to go through and refine it afterwards and go through it meticulously, just do that in the first place. I could use AI to write content. Because of my disability issues, I could use AI. I could sit around and go, look, here's my thoughts on X game. AI, write me an article. I won't do that because, one, I know I'm been stealing from someone else who has written stuff and it's taken from them regardless. And two, I know the damage that is doing globally to the environment and stuff, just for me to write an article. Don't do that. There's no need to do that. And the fact that I still don't believe this was there when they first released this game. They've added this after the fact. It disgusts me. It really, really does disgust me. I'm not eligible for a refund for it because it's been well over 2 weeks. So I've removed it from the library as a principal thing. It is thoroughly disgusting that a game, especially that's about books as well, and it's like, that's one of the things. Authors could be one of the things. Writers could be one of the crafts that could go under an AI-generated world alongside artists, and it's just it's sickening. It really is, in terms of that it's becoming more and more prevalent in games, especially indie games.
Yeah, the irony is thick in this one. I mean, it's funny that they talk about frames because they've obviously tried to frame this in a way that's less damaging, but it's just carefully worded to do that. I mean, they're admitting to using both generative AI and large language models, to produce their stuff. And it's like, I'm sure people would much prefer to either have, if the language is imperfect, they would probably prefer to have imperfect grammar and, spelling than they would have it just go through an LLM. And also, saying that they produce stuff from the ground up, but then they used they did landscape paintings with the assets. And it's just like, well, yeah, you've just, instead of hiring an artist, or trusting the artist, you've changed it with AI. And you could, like you say, you could get anybody to do that. A talented student, give them £50, they'd be happy. Just something.
Or I'd be happy if this was like this and they've got kids or whatever. If they got their 5-year-old kid to do some shit drawings and put them up there as an homage to them, I'd be like, sound, I get that. That's cool. It's cute. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or even if they do it and they can't draw, stick it in there. Doesn't matter. I'd rather see that in there than AI-generated slop.
Yeah. Well, there are digital artists creating the game. Well, I mean, do you hope there are? I don't know after this.
Yeah.
But, you know, you would hope that's the case. So why can't they do it? So, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. It's the sticky end of the lollipop, really. You just start getting completely fed up with this, and you have to be so vigilant to make sure that people aren't taking the piss.
Yeah, as I said, I feel bad because I recommended this to a few people who bought it on the back of my recommendations. And again, all I could do is apologise that I did recommend this game. If anyone bought it on the back of my recommendation, yeah, I'm sorry. But always reminder, where you can, above the system requirements on every Steam page, if any AI is being used, there should be a disclosure. So always double check if you found a game. Doesn't matter what it is. Scroll to the bottom, go to the system requirements. Just above that will be the AI generated content disclosure. Just always double check, triple check before you hit the purchase button.
Indeed, yeah. But I would say, don't feel guilty about recommending it to people. We're just being hoodwinked about this stuff. Ultimately, it's not our responsibility to gatekeep this. It's the content creators and the storefront themselves, and they definitely don't make it very front and center, do they? They hide it as well as they can. But
I do believe for Firefox there is a plugin you can get for the Steam store that will add a massive "this uses Gen AI slot" banner at the top of all games that use them. So if you're on Firefox, that might be worth picking up if you need to be maybe have it slapped in your face to remind you sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I always use the app, so that that's not good for me. But
no.
Yeah, if you can, then do it. Yeah.
But I have been playing a game that is not AI generated, has no AI stuff in it, has been created from the ground up, and could well be a surprise dark horse for Game of the Year.
Whoa.
And with that, I'm going to say bye. See you later. No. It's Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. And yeah, this is... Wow, what a game this is. You are the sole operator of this massive turret in what I'm assuming is this ongoing war. Again, I've only played a short amount of this for what the game is. And what I'll do is I'll walk you through the tutorial to give you an idea of what the game is. So you the tutorial starts, has a little bit of story, and you get taken to this printer, and this printer basically says, here's your targets. And we know this target is at this area. We need you, and you then need to go basically note down the where the targets is and where your turret is and things like that. And then you go to this massive this massive table that's got a map on it. It's like you see the fields, they've got their war maps and everything where they're plotting stuff out. You go to one of those and you have to kind of work out, if my turret's on this square and the target's over on this square, what's the distance, what's the angle, and then you have to go to this giant industrial machine and turn these massive wheels to then get to work out, say, this is what the distance is. And then it will say, right, this is how many charges you need. So you then have to choose how many charges you need to fire your shell. And then you click work out what the elevation is and stuff like that. So you then do the elevation and it makes a note of that. Then you got to go to another machine and then you need to load your shell and the charges to fire that shell. And you have to do all that manually. So you kind of pull a lever to choose the right shell, and then you have to push another lever to then ram it into place. Then some more levers to choose 1, 2, 3, up to 6 different charges, and then ram those into place. So that is set to go. And then you have to go to another machine, and you have to sort of get your bearings. You have to do this you've got a lever that moves moves your turret left and right quite a lot, and then you can fine tune it to get the right bearing. And then once you've done that, you then have to go to another one to add your to do your elevation. So you go, how high do we need to aim it so it hits? And all this is all calculated by all the things you input and stuff like that. And then you get all that, and then you go to the main machine, and then you go, right, load, like, make sure, right, I've done this check, this check, this check, this check, this check. That's all good. Everything's green. You pull a lever that loads the shell, says, right, it's in, and then you pull a cord, like this massive industrial cord, and it fires this shell, and the whole thing shakes, and then you go back to your table, and it's going, this mechanical thing arm, then goes, right, this is the trajectory it took, and it's landed here, and it tells you if you've got the correct hit and stuff like that. And it's like playing battleships, but on this like more like defined sort of like deliberate industrial visceral space. You can't see exactly what you're hitting. You're doing it based on intelligence. And whereas the first level is just like, here is where the enemy is, here is where you are, draw the line, get the distance, and off you go. Later levels have you going, right, we've got intelligence from spotters that say they saw a target at this distance, on this bearing. They was looking on this bearing, and that's where they saw it. So you kind of draw the bearing, and you draw the line to get that bearing, and you might get a spot or two that goes, I saw the target from here at this bearing. So you've got to find the intersecting line, put a marker there, go back to your target, then draw your lines, and then do all the bits you've done. And it builds on that. There's other things. You've got like missiles in there that just will immediately go bang. And you've got, you need to work out, you know, will you just kill enemy, or will there be casualties as well? Because it tells you what you have to work out blast radiuses and stuff like that. And you sort of go through it, and then you kind of go there, and there's another one that does a scouting feed, so you kind of send out these shells that scout the area, and you go, right, we've been told from here where you've done this, on a bearing of this at this distance, they potentially others, so we need you to send another missile to scout this area, and it'll give you, right, now there's targets and stuff like that. And it is just so... It's a game about plotting on a map, essentially, and loading things and turning things. And the actual combat is just literally the last thing you do. And later in the game, from what I said, I've not got to this bit yet. There is time pressure stuff, because the second you make your first shot, there will be counter artillery. So you've got to go, right, quickly. What's been said? What's the results of this? Right, I've got spotter information. I've got this information. Right, I need to plot that out quickly. So you've got to go fast. You've got to load up fast and everything. And you get time pressure before they get you. So you've got to get there before they get you, because the intelligence said this one's going to fire back. And then it will take them 2 minutes to fire or something. So you've got to get it all through really quickly. But because none of it's automated, because all of it is you performing the actions, and it's like, it's not just a press a button and it does the actions. No, you have got to grab hold of the handle with the cursor, and you've got to turn it. It's very easy to overshoot it. Then you got to like nail it all in, and like each pull and everything. It's the noise that comes from it. You feel like you're in this turret. You really do. It's not VR. It's nothing like that. It is first person. It's slow paced in the way you move and everything. But everything is claustrophobic. The sounds are visceral. And it's just, I put this on to give it a quick go. And the first time I played it, I was like, I don't get this. I don't know what I'm doing. I had another proper read and went, right, I think I've got this now. Because there's loads of little clipboards with instructions on it around the place and everything. And I just lost hours to this last night. I looked up and went, where am I? Because you feel yourself in this turret, in this iron nest. You feel like you're in there. Such is the way it's been designed. It's very much, I want to say, Eastern Bloc visual design wise. If that makes sense, it's got that. Yeah. And I'm absolutely. If this is something special, it really is a special game. It's something I've never really seen before.
No, I was going to say it sounds unique. Yeah, and funny you mentioned VR, because I was thinking, sounds perfect to have a VR mode in it.
No, I do like. playing it, because I've played some games. This could be really cool in VR. So you do like Ace Combat. You're like, this would be awesome in VR, for example. No, I don't think this would be.
Okay.
It's the slowness of it that works, and I think with VR, where it tracks your head properly and everything, I think you'd lose something with it. I might be wrong, but I just think I think it works because of what it is. By not putting the VR in it, I think it would lose something for trying to make it a bit for VR. Now, when I say that at the same time, there's a couple of little bits. It's not perfect. So the VIDI printer stuff the printer stuff that comes up with coordinates could be a bit awkward to sort of like copy or see, and you got to like really sort of like, I can't see. Where I suppose with VR you could move closer naturally and stuff like that. But I think if they added an extra zoom functionality in there down the line or something, that could fix that. And I don't think it's the end of the world. It's just a couple of little things that could be added to it. But I don't think this is one that would work. I don't think it's a VR experience, even though it looks like it should be.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. No, it sounds like a really interesting one. I might try the demo, see what I think of it.
Oh, no, it's a very generous demo as well. I played the demo, and I only played the first level on the demo, and I went, I want this. I'm not playing it anymore. I'll wait till this comes out now. I like this. And yeah, the demo is actually rather generous from what I understand from others. Play it. It is spectacular. And again, this is another one. It's come out. It's on sale at £13.5. It's £18 regularly. Yeah, it is. Wow, it is worth it. It is so good.
Brilliant. Yeah, I always like it when something new slips out like that. Something very intriguing and off the beaten track.
Yeah, I don't even know. So I'm having a look. The developers behind it are Dominic Latos and Nick Neowalt. I don't know. I apologise, Nick, for butchering your name. And this is the only thing they're credited for on the on Steam. So if this is a first game from them, they've set a standard. Wow. They have set a standard. I just hope, like other ones that set standards, like Phil Fish and Jonathan Blow and stuff like that, they don't turn out like Phil Fish and Jonathan Blow.
We always pray for that when new people arrive on the scene.
Yeah, so get it played, but just make sure you're covered and you've enjoyed it before anything goes, and you go, I can't play this anymore. No, it is really good. I can't. If this isn't in my top 5 by the end of the year, then I'll be surprised. It's gone right to number 1 at the moment.
Brilliant. That's great stuff.
The other ones I've got, by the way, that I haven't played yet, that I will be getting to, are Block, which is a organisation type based game of little dioramas, which I love. I love diorama based games where decorating and stuff like that. Yes, please. I'm all over that.
Yeah.
And another one called Spiritstead, which is a really lovely looking city builder set in a world of magic. That's kind of got this really sort of cool cartoony vibe to it. And yeah, can't wait to play that one.
Excellent. Yeah. Good queued up amount of games for you there.
Yes. But yeah, that's it. I can now stop playing Forza and Ghost Recon for a bit, because it was just, it was a really weird few weeks where there was just nothing. I was looking at this going, it just looks like stuff I've played, or it just doesn't look that interesting to me. And then they just dump it all on one or 2 days. It's like, okay. I believe there's still some really, really good stuff coming up. Brigador Killers is coming up next week, which I really like the look of, and that's there. Apparently yesterday as well, sorry, one for people who might like it, and I've not picked it up yet, is Cappy Castaway, which is an exploration adventure with capybara type things. And apparently that's really good, but that's on my list.
Cute.
Oh, one I have got coming up to review, and it was sent to me, and I don't know if it's going to be any good. It could be awful. It could actually be really good. It's Agefield High, Rock the School, which is apparently a modern coming-of-age bully-like
All right, that's it, is it? Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Fingers crossed it's a good one.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Who can say?
Who can say? It's got the character models freak me out, but yeah. We all want a new bully, don't we? Do we? Do we?
Don't know.
I don't know. It was
I've
alright.
never been a fan of Rockstar and the way that they make games, to be honest. But fair play to you if you like
I
them.
like playing some of them. The original GTA was fantastic. It was fresh and unknown, and then 3 obviously because it was 3D. Vice City had all the colours, and then 4 was like, oh my god, look how alive this world is. Unfortunately, it's got Ricky Gervais in it. He does a comedy set in the game, don't he? And Red Dead, it all worked. And Bully, it was like, but a lot of it, I'll go back here. I'll just go, do you know what? Yeah, they was alright.
Yeah,
it was alright. It was fine. Have you got your Netflix subscription though for the new trailer?
Oh, for his new comedy show.
No. I'm on about Grand Theft Auto 6 here.
Oh, right. Oh, they trailing that on Netflix, are they?
Yeah, you need a Netflix subscription to watch the trailer for a video game that doesn't really need a trailer because the people who are going to buy it are going to buy it.
Oh, bloody hell. Kind of living in a dystopia, aren't we?
Yeah, you got to pay now to watch trailers, or you can wait 6 days for it to be on YouTube and that.
Yeah,
it
bloody
6
hell.
hours? Might be 6 hours, I don't know. 6 days or 6. It's like 6 something anyway, but...
Well, it's
Jesus
very
Christ.
wrong, however you... I know. It's advertising. Bloody hell.
Rockstar used to be like really good at satire. They have become the satire.
They always do, these companies.
They always do. Yeah. It is like that South Park episode, isn't it, where they all fight against the multinational thing to go set a mom and pa store up instead, and then that grows and becomes that, and they burn it all down again, and then there's another mom and pa store, and that grows up to become a corporation. Everything's a corporation.
It is. It's either one or it's a wannabe one. So yeah. It's fairly
So my
dispiriting.
advice is don't play Iron Nest, okay? Because you know what you can, because it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I'll let you do your thing, Stu.
Yeah, fair play. So, as usual, follow us on all the socials. Make sure you're checking out our content on the website. Join us to chat on Discord. And until next week, stay safe and stay sane.